Core Values and Kentucky Tech by JeffShannon. This presentation is prepared for EDD801, taught by Dr. Miller. I would like to begin by providing some background into recent leadership developments at the Kentucky Tech system. Recently, the Kentucky Tech system embarked on a statewide continuous improvement process. The focal points of this undertaking centered on the revitalization of the current vision, mission, and goals that were in place. This course of action was initiated at the school level. Getting others involved is a major element for leaders to consider when addressing change. In addition to teachers, principals, and staff, valuable input was also gathered from local central office staff and representatives from business and industry. The overall proceedings remained in an operational and strategy-based mentality. From these initial meetings, each tech center developed belief statements that could be further used to illustrate organizational focus to the community. The input from the 54 schools was examined by both branch managers and principals from each school over a several-day period. Furthermore, the Kentucky Tech District Continuous Improvement Plan was built from the decisions made during this process. They also coincide with the Advanced Ed standards for quality school systems. Now I would like to review the cumulative results of the 54 area tech centers across the state of Kentucky. With high expectations and strong partnerships, Kentucky Tech will actively engage all students in the mastery of academic and technical skills needed to be ready for college and a career. Students learn best when they're actively engaged in the learning process. Students learn best when our staff maintains high expectations for learning. Students are motivated to learn when classroom instruction is related to real-world applications. All students in our school need to have an equal opportunity to learn. A safe and physically comfortable environment promotes student learning. Students learn best when instruction incorporates both academic and technical skills. Effective school leaders engage in practices that support the ongoing improvement of teaching and student performance. Teachers, administrators, parents, and the community share the responsibility for helping students learn. This graphic helps to represent what is at the core of Kentucky Tech daily operations. The areas we will be focusing on will be the building up of others, which is tied to the concept of sustainability, integrity, and teamwork are both the results of leadership choices. Next we have relevancy and innovation, which can both be attributed to growth. We will also examine trust, which sets the stage for a strong foundation within an organization. In this section we will look at teamwork. Effective major change in an organization is made possible by the individual members of the organization making a conscious effort to work together as a team. Kentucky Tech can be proud of its upper leaders and the decision-making processes they believe in. Dictating what changes were to occur was an option that could have been carried out. Instead, upper leaders wanted to attain lasting change, so the advice of others was sought. Relevancy. In order to truly meet the needs of those we serve, leaders must lead using a method that is relevant. If a leader does not show that they have a commitment to growth and general update, those being served will be less prepared to meet the challenges they will face. Again, this links us back to Kentucky Tech's commitment to assist local school districts in getting students college and career ready. Quite often, poor leadership can be linked to stagnation. There may be vocal leadership present, but if they are not steering the organization towards the current needs of society, the organization could face unwanted restructuring or even dismantlement. Integrity within an organization is a major area to address. A major part of integrity within the confines of leadership relates back to decision-making and the continuous effort to use good judgment. As an organization, we have recently made a pledge, if you will, to focus our attention on college and career readiness. Saying or posting that we will do these things is only part of the equation. Let's look only at the faculty level of leadership for a moment. Next, we view our relatively new set of posted organizational beliefs. It quickly becomes apparent that many judgments need to be made on a daily basis to help ensure that students remain on this college and career-ready path. Such judgments would be design, delivery, and application related. Next, we will look at innovation. Innovative thought brings newer, more applicable solutions to the table. A leader at any level would benefit from a mindset that promotes creative thought. There may not always be a clear-cut resource readily available with every challenge. This certainly does not mean an effective solution is out of reach. An environment that is conducive to innovative thought, combined with the advantages that come with a strong team, can prove lucrative for an organization. A leader needs to make a strong effort to build up members of their team. Leaders should be able to recognize the potential that exists in those around them. Great leaders will also consider possible successors in a timely fashion. It makes sense from an effectiveness standpoint that this should be more of a proactive move as opposed to a reactive or completely avoided maneuver. Great leaders have the capacity to see out into the distance. To leave a group out of the equation could in theory create a bottleneck and restrict the momentum of positive change. During the decision-making process, restructuring, or even in regards to basic assistance that may be required, every person should count. In the following section, we will look at the area of trust. Transparency seems to be one of the buzzwords that are repeatedly used from departmental meetings to presidential debates. This is certainly not largely due to the catchiness factor of the term. Trust is essential in an organization. It should be at the core of any leader's set of goals. A leader can be more effective if they can capture the hearts and minds of those associated with the organization. This feat needs to be repeatable as well as sustainable. Without trust, this is difficult to accomplish as well as limiting. Time for a short quiz. Which of the following is not an area we addressed in this presentation? Question 2. What are the Kentucky Tech colors? Below are some remaining thoughts as a result of this project. A leader needs to be aware of their core values and allow them to be a driving force in their service to others. Knowing the core values of the organization one is associated with provides members with an applicable map to work towards continuous improvement. Discovering whether or not these organizational values mesh with personal values is a potential plus that can shed light on one's career.